Mnangagwa urged to open HIV center in South Africa. Mnangagwa urged to open HIV center in South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Jones. Why Not TV? Please subscribe. Zimbabwean civic organization Human Rights has appealed to President Emmerson Mnangagwa to urgently establish an emergency HIV treatment center at the Zimbabwean embassy in South Africa, as violent vigilante groups intensify xenophobic attacks against foreign nationals seeking medical care. The call following growing reports that movements such as Operation Dudula and March on March have been targeting immigrants, including Zimbabweans, by blocking their access to public hospitals and life-saving medication. In some cases, patients have alleged died after being denied treatment. In a letter to Mnangagwa, the organization warned that without intervention, many Zimbabweans living with HIV in South Africa could default on their antiretroviral therapy, ART. We plead with our government to set up an urgent treatment center at the Zimbabwean embassy in the Republic of South Africa to provide HIV medication for Zimbabweans domiciled in the Republic of South Africa. The group stated, "Our people will perish because of being denied medical treatment in SA public hospitals." The vigilante attacks have reportedly extended to pregnant women and children, with perpetrators demanding documentation before allowing entry to medical facilities. Human rights have also written to the World Health Organization, WHO, and the European Union, EU, urging them to treat the matter as a human rights emergency. This is inhuman and must not be condoned by anyone in the world. The group wrote, noting that although the South African government has condemned such acts, the attacks persist unchecked. Doctors Without Borders, MSF, has echoed that the call for urgent action, condemning the targeting of vulnerable groups and urging South Africa's National Department of Health to uphold the constitutional right to health care for all. Amid the crisis, a multinational team of healthcare professionals has launched a nurse-led telehealth service to assist victims of medical exclusion. The initiative offers confidential consultations, ART and TB medication support, and advocacy for migrants via WhatsApp. Butole Zwenyati, a Zimbabwean nurse coordinating the project, said the helpline had been inundated with pleas for assistance, especially for sex workers and TB patients. Southern Africa's 95 HIV stroke TB goals can only be met through collaboration. Healthcare knows no borders, Nyati said. The United Nations 95-95-95 target aims for 95% of people living with HIV to know that status 95% of those diagnosed to be on treatment and 95% of those on treatment to achieve viral suppression. The Mkonazi Republic Party MRP has petitioned the South African President Cyril Ramaphosa to protect foreign nationals, citing obligations under international law, including the Convention Against Torture, which prohibits cruel and degrading treatment. The party stressed that access to essential services like healthcare, education, and legal assistance must be guaranteed without discrimination. While South Africa's government and opposition leaders, including Julius Malema, have condemned the violence, vigilante groups remain active, leaving thousands of foreign nationals in fear of being denied life-saving care. Someone commented and said, "Why open in an SA? Mnangagwa and all the African diaspora leaders must take responsibility for their people's health care. Jumping out borders for health care is not the solution. Even human rights organizations in Zimbabwe, they have been keeping quiet for years, whilst their people have been getting free health care in SA. They must improve health care in Zimbabwe and stop giving orders to SA. We have our own challenges here, and as Zimbabwean leaders like to remind us, they are not one of South Africa's provinces, which is true." Another one commented and said, "It's not for a perpetrator requesting documentation before assisting or helping someone. It's for safety and control purposes. Everyone should identify him or herself before getting any help." Another one commented and said, "They once said Zimbabwe is not a banana republic. Why they open it in SA? They are going to rule us at last. ANC and EFF have sold this country." Another one commented and said, "I'm not going to say anything." Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Jones, Why Not TV. Please subscribe. Bye for now till we meet again next time. Subscribe.